Shine crew, welcome to today's live, which almost didn't happen. I've been having some technical difficulties here with my computer and I had to reboot it, and so if you've had some problems finding this live, that is the reason why. But I've eventually got it all hooked up and we're here. So if you found me, well done. We got there in the end. What I want to talk to you today about is gratitude, what it means, how do you practice it correctly, because I didn't even really know this, but there is a lot of people that practice gratitude all wrong. And so I want to share with you the discussion around this and how you should be practicing gratitude correctly, and some of the pitfalls to sort of, I guess, just be wary of in relation to practicing gratitude. Now, why do I talk about this kind of stuff? This is my first video of the week, and if you're familiar with my lives at all, my first live video of the week, I talk about something to do with personal development, personal growth, something to help you be a better version of you. Because although I'm here to teach you social media systems, to those of you that are, in social selling and you're an entrepreneur and you're building online, like that's all awesome. The main thing that's going to help you be successful in being an entrepreneur and building online is actually you. It's the way that you think. It's the way that you move. It's the way that you are organized. It's your productivity. It's your belief in yourself. It's the action that you take. It's all of those kind of things. So you are the driving force as to whether you're going to be successful in your business or not. It's not all the social media fancy stuff. It's not the reels. It's not the TikToks. It's not the content creation. Yes, you need all of that. And they're the skills that you need to learn, given, but you as an individual is what's going to make you successful. So that's why I start the week with some food for thought about who you are as a person and how do you be the best person, best possible version of yourself to ensure that you can be successful. Make sense? So gratitude, you may be aware, is one of those things that, when you practice it, it's a really good thing. Bottom line, that's the basic version of how good gratitude is. Mentally and physically, if you practice gratitude, like I'm not going to go into that detail, just Google it. How good is practicing gratitude? What are the benefits of practicing gratitude? Look it up. It's amazing for you physically and mentally if you practice gratitude. It can get you out of some of the most stressful situations. When you flip the way that you think and you practice gratitude rather than relish in the problems. So you're probably already aware of that much. What I wasn't aware of is that a lot of people practice gratitude actually not correctly. And there's a lot of pitfalls to gratitude. And what I want to share with you in this video is there's actually 6 examples of toxic gratitude. And I would definitely be subject to probably most of them. So as I run through the 6 of them, I would be encouraging you to have a think about, yep, I do that. Maybe I should sort of change the way I practice gratitude. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. Again, the reason why I'm mentioning it is when you practice gratitude, like truly practice gratitude, it will benefit you in your life. But if you're not actually practicing gratitude the right way, it's not going to help you. So what's the point? So if we're going to go to the trouble of doing something because we think it's going to benefit us, why not do it the right way? And where all this comes from is, this is all from Mel Robbins. You know who Mel Robbins is? She talks about lots of different things in life. And this was actually a talk of hers that I listened to sort of quite a while ago. And I came across it again just recently. And I thought, this is actually really interesting in how you should actually practice gratitude effectively. So I think more people need to know about this. Okay, so this is not me just making stuff up. This is sort of coming from Mel's research and teachings and learnings, etc. So I hope this is helpful to you. Okay, if you are on live with me, please say hello. Let me know where you are chiming in from. Good to see you here. We've got Christina, we've got Cherie, we've got Robert. Happens to all of us, absolutely. Hello, Liz. We've got Brian here as well. feels great for me. I'm presuming you're meaning gratitude. So let's have a deep dive into how we actually do it properly. Okay. So what is genuine gratitude? And this is the point that I want to make with this video, is what you might be doing with gratitude and what is actually genuine, real genuine appreciation of gratitude. What's the difference? Okay, so let me point that out to you. And I've got notes on this because I don't want to butcher it. I want to give you the right information, and I want to run through those 6 ways that toxic ways to practice gratitude, which you may be doing and may not even realize. Okay, so firstly, practicing gratitude, there are so many mental and physical benefits from practicing gratitude. So you probably already know that much. But really, genuinely practicing gratitude, what it means is basically a real deep, do you get that? Deep, deep appreciation. Not just an appreciation, a deep appreciation for things that you have received. And when you really genuinely practice gratitude the right way, it has the ability to actually rewire your brain for the positive. Now, there's probably a lot of you that are thinking you are practicing gratitude, and you're actually doing it really surface level. So it's not really deep appreciation or deep gratitude. So you're not really getting the benefit of practicing gratitude the right way. So let's sort of have a discussion about what that means. Basically, the feeling of it is it's not forced. Like, how many of you recognize that practicing gratitude is a good thing? Like, just put in the comments, yes, aware. Like, I know 99% of people walking the planet would be aware that practicing gratitude is a good thing. We all know that, okay? But most people will practice gratitude at a level where you're kind of thankful and you're appreciating what you have and you're thankful for what you have. That's not actually practicing gratitude, okay? So on a deeper level, it's not forced. So I'm going to read from my notes here because I really want to just get the right messages across. It's not forced. And some of you will practice gratitude where you're forcing it. You're writing affirmations down and you're repeating things to yourself, but you're forcing it. Real, deep, genuine gratitude is a feeling. It's not a saying. So just think about that for a minute. Real, deep, genuine gratitude is actually a physical feeling. It's not forced sayings. Massive, massive, massive difference. Okay? So genuine gratitude is when you genuinely scan the world for the positive instead of the negative. And genuine gratitude is when you notice and appreciate what's happening around you. And that triggers a positive chain of events. When you actually physically feel this genuine gratitude, you will feel calmer, focused, brighter, positive, happier. And the chain of reaction that happens from there in your life on a daily basis and moving forward is quite profound. So just put that into perspective. Genuine gratitude is when you actually move through life thinking, appreciating, and feeling the really good things that are happening around you. An example that Mel gave in her talk about this is, have you ever had a conversation with somebody? And I've had one recently, so it pops straight into my mind. A genuine conversation with somebody, and it's really profound and lasting. Or you've listened to somebody talk, or you've been in that conversation and it's like, that was such an amazing conversation. Like, I really appreciated what you talked about, and that person has left a lasting impression on you for afterwards. Like, and you're really, really grateful for that person and that conversation. Like, they've really kind of left an impact on you, and it's a really positive feeling. Does that make sense to you when I ask you that question? Like, have you ever had a chat with somebody and you've just thought that was just the most amazing conversation. Like, that was just so profound. Like, I so appreciate that. I'm so grateful for having that person in my life. I'm so grateful for their perspective. Like, that's left a lasting impact on me, what they just said. That's a feeling. It's a physical feeling, and it impacts you in a positive way. And when you hold on to that and you're grateful for that and you actually physically feel it, it has that profound feeling, and that has a snowball effect for like gratitude in how you see things. But when you move through life and you're actually thankful and grateful and you're taking things to a deeper level, it has a positive chain reaction. Rather than a day like, I'm having a crappy day and this has gone wrong and that's gone wrong and this person said that and that, like, you are deeply feeling and absorbing negative events, and they tend to snowball. So it is a deeper way of thinking. And stay with me with this discussion, because there's apparently six ways that are toxic for practicing gratitude, and I want to tell you what they are so you can think about whether you're doing this or not. So stay with me. I know this might be making sense now, but gratitude isn't, I guess here's the difference. Really genuinely practicing gratitude the right way is not just being thankful. So think of thankful versus genuine gratitude. Thankful is you making statements and thinking things like, I'm so grateful for this, or I'm so grateful for that. So you're telling yourself and you're reminding yourself and you're doing positive affirmations about what you're grateful for. That's not really practicing genuine gratitude. Genuine gratitude is actually really experiencing the feeling of just like you're going to a lot deeper level. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? It's not just surface level, things that you're thankful for. It's not that kind of gratitude. Like, genuine gratitude is actual physical feelings which change your state, your mind and body. And when you genuinely practice genuine deep gratitude on the daily, you will actually trigger positive chain of events in your life rather than negative. Does that make sense? So what are you actually doing? Are you surface level being thankful, or are you actually practicing deep emotional feeling gratitude? So genuine gratitude is being deeply moved by something. I've got some notes here, so let me read them to you. Deeply moved. It's an emotion of appreciation. It's being truly connected to people, a conversation, like you're actually connected and you're moved by it. That's genuine gratitude, rather than just saying, I'm thankful for this or I'm thankful for that. It's a deep, moving, genuine, physical feeling and connection. That is genuine gratitude. Massive difference. Okay. It's an impact that's lasting. It lingers. It's a deep emotional connection. So you're getting the difference. So genuine gratitude is not a list of what you're thankful for. It's not just a list of affirmations. There are 4 requirements to genuine gratitude, and this is what they are. Really, really specific. So if you want to nail gratitude, because the physical and emotional and the mental benefits from really practicing gratitude correctly can be profound in your life. It really can. So I would take this conversation seriously, even those of you that maybe not, like, what's she on about? But there are 4 things, and I would write these down. If you really want to nail this and actually have a positive chain of events happen in your life, there's 4 things, according to Mel Robbins, not me, according to Mel and research, regarding what really sort of explains genuine gratitude. 1, what you're saying and feeling is really specific. That's number 1. So you're really specific about what you're connected to and what you're deeply grateful for. So really specific. 2, it is deeply personal to you. It's not just a saying, it's not a surface level affirmation. It is something that is deeply personal to you. So go to a deeper level. Why is what you're grateful for so meaningful to you? So 2 is deeply personal to you. 3, what is it that moves you? It's moving. Why is it moving to you? What's really connecting with you? This is genuine gratitude. This is what genuine gratitude means, okay? Really specific, deeply personal. What makes it move you? What it makes it really connected to you? And 4, what's the lingering emotion that you keep thinking about? As I said before, there was a conversation I had with somebody a couple of weeks ago, and I've known this person for ages, but we've never really had a good conversation. And our paths connected. We sat down, we had this conversation, and we went deep really quickly. And we just connected on a level. And I felt, and I still remember that conversation now. Like, I have deep gratitude for this person. And I don't really know them that well, but that conversation was really meaningful and it lingers with me. That's genuine gratitude. So do you see the difference between just being thankful? If you're just thankful for things and that's what you think gratitude is, it probably won't give you those physical and emotional and mental benefits that genuine gratitude can. So take it to another layer. Okay. So quickly. Yeah, I agree, Ford. Ford's just said this is deeper than I ever considered. Me too. I know exactly what you mean by what you're saying there. And yes, Cherie, understanding what you're saying, I can't believe I've been surface level all this time. And this is why I wanted to share it with you, because I think most people listening to this and knowing about gratitude have been on that surface level, which actually isn't going to give you the physical, mental, and emotional benefits that gratitude is actually, research says can give us. So here's the 6 ways, and I'm sure you'll find some of these come up for you because they did me. This is the 6 examples that Mel gave of what toxic gratitude. This is how you don't want to use gratitude. And I've definitely used these. Okay, so listen to these 6. 1, you use gratitude to only focus on the good. So you're kind of lying to yourself that the mess is the mess that's underneath. So you use gratitude to kind of mask what's really going on with you. So you use gratitude because gratitude is a good thing. So it's like, I'm thankful for this and I'm thankful for that. And so you're using gratitude in a positive way in your mind. But 1, it's probably not deep enough to start with. But you're using it in a way where you're actually ignoring the mess underneath. So that's a toxic way to use gratitude, is to only focus on the good, and you're actually ignoring the underlying mess that exists in your world, your life, your thoughts. So you're kind of lying to yourself by the gratitude that you're using. I hope I've explained that in the right way. So you're using gratitude and you're just lying to yourself by saying these positive affirmations, and you're telling yourself, I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for that, but you're actually really avoiding the complete mess that you've got with your thoughts and your world underneath. So we don't want to use gratitude in that way. Number 2, use gratitude like a sledgehammer. So an example that Mel gave was, you're dishing up dinner around a dinner table, and one of the kids doesn't eat their whatever. And so you use gratitude like a sledgehammer, like saying, well, you should be grateful that you've got food on the table. So the statement is, you should be grateful for, or you should be grateful that just this, or you should be grateful that you're in a relationship, or you should be grateful that you've got a roof over your head, or you should be grateful for this or grateful for that. That's using gratitude like a sledgehammer. That is a toxic way to use gratitude. I reckon I would have done that with my kids. Absolutely. Well, you should be grateful for, or, so you're using it as blame or guilt or shame or resentment, or, you're trying to make a statement, but you're using the word grateful in there. Wrong. All sorts of wrong. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, you're using it as a justification but you're actually really stuck. So a couple of examples that and I'll use the same examples because it just helps. Sometimes when you give examples, it just makes it stick a little bit better. So she used an example of somebody in a relationship that's not in a good relationship, but they shouldn't be in the relationship. So saying something like, well, I'm just grateful that I've got somebody in my life, but it's actually a toxic relationship. Well, I'm just grateful that I've got a job, but it's a crappy job that you hate. Well, I'm just grateful that, I'm doing this in the first place, or I've got the opportunity to do whatever. So you're using the word grateful as a justification for being stuck. So don't use gratitude in a way where you're trying to justify something that's not good, but it's better than something else. Okay, so that's the third way. Don't use gratitude in that way. The fourth way, you use it as an escape for uncomfortable emotions. So an example she gave around this is somebody passes away. I'm just so grateful they're not suffering anymore. Or I'm just so grateful that's not me, or I'm not going through that, or whatever. So you're using it as an escape to deal with emotions that you need to deal with. And what Mel was saying with research is when you actually acknowledge your struggles and your negative patterns and your negative emotions, you actually move through them quicker. When you use gratitude in a way by saying, well, I'm just grateful that blah, 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 you're not actually dealing with the negative emotions and the struggles and the negative patterns that you might have. So don't use gratitude in that way, because you're just masking things that you're not dealing with. So if you need to deal with things that are going on in your life that are negative, or you're struggling or whatever, don't try to escape them by telling yourself you're grateful for things, because you're just avoiding what you need to go and deal with. Okay? Number 5, using gratitude in a way to push positivity because you don't know what to say. I would have absolutely done this because the example that she gave, I'll read it to you. We often push positivity when we don't know what to say to somebody. So let's say somebody's losing somebody. Somebody they're stuck in a certain way, or they're going through a bad situation and you just don't know what to say. So something that the average person would come back with is something like, oh, I'm sure it's all going to be okay. So just be grateful for the time that you've had with them, type thing. So what Mel was saying in that example is the person actually feels unheard when they're really, really suffering through something, when somebody comes back and uses statements like that. So what she said she's learnt to do, and I thought this was really good, is when somebody's going through something like that, you say, just acknowledge it. It's like, well, that sucks, because it does. Maybe somebody's going through cancer. And, you're like, well, I guess we've got to be grateful that, every day at a time or something. And that's how you use kind of gratitude, which makes sense. Most average people would do that, wouldn't they? But what she was saying is, don't do that, because the person doesn't feel like, if they're going through cancer, something like that, like they don't feel heard. It's just wishy-washy words. So saying something like that sucks. You shouldn't have to be going through that. But just know you're not going through this alone. I'm here with you. I'm by your side. You need something, I'm here. You call me. That's what you should say to somebody, not using gratitude in a way, well, I'll be grateful for all the time that you have had, or be grateful to wake up in the morning with your eyes open and breathing fresh air. Like, people don't feel understood when they're going through hard times. But if you actually, like what she does now, is she acknowledges it and says, well, that sucks. That really sucks. Like, you acknowledge it and go, but just know you're not on your own. I'm here by your side and I'm here to support you. Whatever you need, you let me know. That's what you should say, and let the person know that you're there, rather than using gratitude in a way that just kind of masking the problem that's actually right there. Do you agree with that? Like, I thought that's something I'm going to absolutely remember. And I hope you remember that from this video as well, because I think that's a far better way to have a better connection with somebody when they're going through a really tough time is not to use gratitude in a way to kind of just because you don't know what to say, you're pushing positivity because you don't really know what to say in that moment, but just make somebody feel heard and understood and agree with them. Yep, that just it just sucks, but you don't have to go through it alone. Okay. And the last one, number 6, and don't use gratitude to diminish your achievements. So an example she gave around that one is if you get invited to speak on a video or speak on stage somewhere or whatever, you don't have to say, I'm so grateful for the invitation. You've probably earned it. If there's things that you do and somebody tells you that they're proud of you or whatever, I'm so grateful that you've invited me to or whatever, like they take it. Just, you don't have to use gratitude for when you know that you've actually deserved something. Don't diminish your hard work when you actually achieve something. It's not a way to use gratitude. It's like, no, I've bloody earned this. I appreciate being here. Thank you for having me here. It's no, you don't have to say I'm grateful because you've earned it. So don't use gratitude in a way to diminish things that you know that you've worked hard for. So did any of those 6 resonate with you? They definitely resonated with me. And I just hope there's somebody listening to this video that gets something out of it regarding maybe how surface level you've really been with gratitude itself, how deeper it could be and more profound for you to get you where you really need to go and want to go. And not only, in your business, which is mainly what we talk about here, like the business stuff, but in your life. So don't just be thankful, be absolutely connected to being grateful and, feel gratitude, and don't use it in the 6 ways that I explained in this video. So let me know, what did you think? Did that resonate with any of you? What I shared there? Just let me know. Christina, genuine gratitude is not just a phrase said out loud. It sounds like it's a state of mind. Yeah, it's a real feeling. It's an emotional connection. And that's what I'm really encouraging you to take away from that. Gratitude is not just words. It is it's an emotional connection with whatever it is, that you are truly grateful for. Thank you for this. My pleasure, Brian. And Cherie, last comment, definitely. I've been in that type of situation with someone telling me, well, at least you had a mother. I felt my grief and was kicked to the curb. Yeah, and I get it. I get why. Yeah, well said, Cherie. Definitely resonated, and I'm looking to grow from this. Well said. I do get it as somebody who's lost their mother themselves. A lot of people, they don't know what to say, and I'm in situations where people are going through things that I don't know what to say. But what I shared with you in this video, I would definitely be approaching that situation differently moving forward. And I hope this just helps you grow a little bit in really how to practice gratitude effectively moving forward. And some of the practices of using gratitude that are not necessarily that healthy that you've never realized before. Okay, so take from that what you will, but I hope it's helpful in some way. So join me again later in the week for more live videos, and coaching community members. We've got a great training this week in a couple of days about creating endless amounts of content. I'm going to help you with that process. So don't miss that training if you're a coaching community member. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.